We have with us world-renowned business coach and good friend of mine, Herman Veitch. And I'm very privileged. He's going to tell us a little bit more about emotions. Herman, it's been an area of expertise of yours for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit more about your view that emotions is a biological process.
Yes.
I'm fascinated.
Yeah, if you think about it or if you read about it, our emotions are nothing else than hormones in our bloodstream. For example, if we're afraid, there's adrenaline in our bloodstream. When we're happy, there's dopamine in our bloodstream.
So if we're experiencing emotions, it means that it's like a gauge on a car's dashboard. It gives us an indication of how full is the tank of this or how fast we're going. It really is just a measurement of certain chemicals in our body.
Yeah, and the intensity can be measured because if you're just slightly irritated, there's not a lot of adrenaline in your system, eh? But if you're furious with somebody, the system is full.
Okay.
So that's how it works. And you can distinguish between, that made a huge amount of sense for me, is when I realized the emotion is the biology. The feeling is the attachment we make to the emotions. So if I was saying I'm feeling down, then it's probably because I'm a bit sad.
Okay, so help me understand. So there's a chemical that is now either in overproduction or lacking.
Yes.
Which I am then reacting to and identifying an emotion. Give me a practical example.
Feeling. You're identifying a feeling. The emotion is the biological process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And are they layered? I mean, do we have different types of emotions that say sit on top of each other, of which a couple of them are fundamental?
Yes. So you have the primary fundamental emotions are, I would call it joy, fear, anger, and sadness. Some people say there's a fifth one. I don't really agree with them, but I like the four. And if you say, let's combine, or sometimes people say joy or love. People call it love, or the positive emotion most everybody is looking for. So if you combine anger with fear, then you get a fight reaction.
Okay.
If you just have pure fear, you have a flight reaction. You know the fight and flight reaction?
Sure.
So let's say, for example, I get a fright. My amygdala floods, since the limbic system is signal to say, flood the system with adrenaline. I jump up high and I'm afraid. That's my feeling.
Okay. So clearly evolutionary emotions have also got a role to play in our survival over time.
Yeah. And the world, according to Herman, each emotion has a survival function. For example, fear is there to protect you. Anger's function is also to protect you. And most people would say, okay, that's logic, eh? But the distinction between anger protection and fear protection is fear protects you from a threat or a perceived danger.
Okay.
While anger protects you from injustice. If you think things are unfair,
sure,
then you become angry. And
sure.
If you analyze your feelings and the situation in which you become angry, you'll probably see, okay, I believe this is unfair to me.
So what is the chemical? What is the chemical when I'm feeling angry because something is unfair? What chemical process is happening?
Well, it's a chemical cocktail.
Okay.
So the main chemical, the main hormone would be adrenaline.
Okay.
In that, I'm not all clued up with all the different ones.
Okay.
But it's layered, like you say. Huh? For example, sometimes people are angry, they present anger, but in fact they're afraid.
Absolutely. I mean, I can identify with that. There was a long time in my life that I presented anxiety. And I would feel a sense of anxiety in my body, and I wouldn't understand what could I possibly be anxious about. And actually, it was only when I understood that I am layering and I'm masking anger, because I didn't give myself permission to get angry. And so I had this anxiety that was now masking the anger. The moment I realized that I hardly ever feel that anxiety anymore, I'm now in touch with the anger. So there are a few of them that really are at the base.
Yes.
They're not masking anything. They simply the first reaction to the
Yes.
biology.
Yes. Of which fear would be one of the base ones, and I would call love the other one.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. And they have the evolutionary functions. I can
have
recognize that
specific centers in the brain that generate the hormones for them.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It would appear to me that we should make a much longer video, but I want to thank you for now. I think that's quite incredible. And welcome to Explained. It's wonderful to have you on the channel.
I love to explain emotions.
Fantastic. Until next time, this is Louis and Herman, and you're watching Explained.
Swanee Canoe.